Hey, what's up? It's Taylor.
Hey, what?
She's still working on it.
Hey, what's up, it's Taylor?
All right, that's also Taylor. That's my 4-year-old daughter. She loves cars. You love my race car, right?
Yes.
What color is it?
Green.
Is it the green race car?
Yes.
Yes. Did you go to the drag strip last week?
Yes.
Was it fun?
Yes.
Of course it was. It's always fun. So anyway, today I'm talking to you about a topic that I talked about a while ago, but now it has a little different meaning to me because of an issue I'm having right now with my Jeep. As you can see, the SS is the only car in my garage because my wife's at work right now and the Jeep is getting fixed.
Anything wrong?
But the topic I'm talking about is the 20% off sale. So Chevy did it a couple of years ago, then they did it again earlier this year, and they're doing it now for the third or fourth time right now. And I am honestly kind of considering buying a second one as a daily driver, one with an automatic, because that would also allow my wife to be able to drive it, because like I've said before, she doesn't drive the Jeep because she doesn't like to. And pretty well she's just limited to driving the Evo, and that's not a problem per se, but if she should ever have to drive the other cars, she can't. She doesn't really want to drive the SS. She would like to, but it's, you're limited to the time of the year, which as you can see, it's November, it's cold and rainy and wet, so it's not not a very good time of the year to be driving this car. So I would probably consider buying a second one because they're a $50,000 car that you can get now for under 40, as you can see here. All right, as you can see here, I did a search for the whole country. Basically, I did all miles away from a zip code, and there's 651 of them for sale. I looked at this earlier this morning, and there were 653. So 2 have sold in the last couple hours, or at least have been pulled off the website, cars.com here. But anyway, look at that. The cheapest one on here is $36,450 for a Silver Ice one with the automatic. But I mean, it just keeps going. You got a blue one, black. There's another black one, Nightfall Gray, more black, white. I know there was an orange one on here. Blue, red, another blue. There's an orange one. All for under 40 grand. It's crazy. It's literally crazy to me that you can buy this kind of a car for this low of a price right now. And that's a significant discount on those cars. So some of those there, the red ones, I honestly, if I were to buy one, I'd probably either get Regal Peacock or I'd get the Red Hot 2. But basically, my Jeep is in the shop because it had a bad CV joint and also wheel bearing, I think, was the second problem. But I dropped it off like a week ago and I asked them if I could get a loaner, and they told me I couldn't. So the point I'm getting at is I need a reliable winter car. Not that my Jeep isn't reliable. It's very reliable. It's 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, whatever. Very easy to maneuver. I've driven it now for over 2 years. I love it. It's got like 24,000 miles on it. But if something should ever happen to that thing, I don't get a loaner from Jeep or from Chrysler. They don't allow it for my car, which that's a separate video I haven't posted yet because I'm waiting to get my Jeep back before I do that. So I need something to drive in the winter. I'm definitely not going to drive this car in the winter. It's lowered. It's, I did a lot of work with it. It's, rare color. To me, it's worth more than it's really worth. So I don't want to drive this thing over the winter. I could drive a snowplow truck. That's right.
Yes.
Actually, Daddy used to drive a snowplow truck before you were born. But basically, I kind of am considering it. There's a few close to me right now that are the color options I want. And again, if you're considering buying one of these cars, a Chevy SS, there's not much you can get in that price range when they're down to the $38,000, $39,000. So really the only other options you can buy are like a Charger Scat Pack, the SRT 392 that actually has, the leather, the moonroof, the navigation, all that stuff standard. You're getting up to $50,000. So basically for these things, you can't go wrong at the $39,000 or 37, 36, whatever they are. But I'm really considering it. I really am, and I'd have to just get rid of the Jeep, but that's another problem. I don't have the Jeep back. They were supposed to call me yesterday to tell me that the part came in and to let me know when I can come get my car because it's supposed to be getting fixed yesterday or today. Well, I know from last week that they don't have master tech guys in on the weekends for the whole day. So if I don't get a call here soon, it's still morning, it's about mid-morning. If I don't get a call here soon, that means I'm not getting my Jeep back today, and I'm pretty sure that means I'm probably getting it sometime next week. But I've been driving this, don't want to be driving it, but I've been driving this in this weather because I have no other options outside of renting a car, which I'm not going to do that either. But The other problem with this 20% off sale is it goes until the end of the month, and I'm actually headed out of town near the end of the month. So if I were to do something and buy one, I would have to buy it in the next couple of weeks. So I don't know. I kind of got to, my wife's on board with it. She's approved it per se, but I still have to logistically figure out how that's going to work because ideally what we'd do is probably just pay her car off. But I don't know. It's definitely something interesting. But if you're interested in an SS, that price range, like I said, you can't compete. There have been people before that say $50,000 is too much money for this car, but the truth is, I don't know what is, a comparable car for $50,000 that's better than this thing, like phenomenally better. I mean, some people might have their opinions and say, oh, the Dodge Charger looks better, and it's got a more aggressive feel to it, and it's, might be slightly bigger or whatever. I don't know. But at $40,000, you're really, that's a whole different bracket there, and there's not a lot you can compare it to. So we'll see. I'm hoping I get a call back from Jeep, first of all, to find out what's going on with my Renegade, because I'd like to get that back. And second of all, if you haven't bought one and you're thinking about it and you're looking at used, go consider new, because all the color options and all that are available. So just got to find one in the country. Hopefully there's one near you if you're interested, or you got to travel if that's something that's in the cards for you. So anyway, as always, please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe, and don't forget to share this and let other people know about the discount, because I know quite a few people who have taken advantage of it, and it's definitely a heck of a steal for the car. It's bad for the people trying to sell them used, because you can't really get what you're probably asking for used if there's a comparable new one on the market for the same price. So it's bad price erosion to the guys that are trying to sell right now. So we'll see where it goes. Will they ever do it again? I don't know. This is probably going to clear out the lots for the most part, and from there, GM just basically is going to have to, I don't know, they got no other option. There's no other car after this. The plant shut down, as one of my previous videos showed, so they're not making any more, and that's the end of it. So now's your chance, people. Go buy one now.